Hey everyone, Victoria Waco here, and let's talk about Smackdown. Having a 3 hour Smackdown, as you can tell, I'm exhausted still. I have my glasses still on, I got my robe still on. I'm like barely like adulting right now, but we had a lot going on, so let's talk about some of the major highlights of it. I'm not going to talk about every single match, and let's just roll because there was a lot going on. And I will say for a Smackdown that I went into being like, feel like this isn't going to be a good SmackDown. Feel like they are putting all their energy into Raw. A lot of cool things happen. One, we got to talk about the change in the ring. I love the blue mat. What are your thoughts on it? Curious to see what this means for the look of Raw on Monday night, but I kind of like it. Also, does anyone know, is Michael Cole going to do both shows? Because he was on here with Corey Graves. We know he's coming back to Raw. Are they making him do double? Are they not? Are they bringing someone new in for Smack? Like, what's I was confused by that. And also, as excited as I was to hear Lillian Garcia, is Lillian Garcia doing both shows now, or is she moving to SmackDown forever, and are they putting someone out on Raw? I feel like I need answers to those questions. I might try to look them up, but if you know and can help me, please let me know. So we opened, of course, with Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre. Love how Drew just pokes himself in everywhere and just like is that heel of being like puppet master kind of. I don't know. I love Drew's kind of role right now. I'm really enjoying it. I like the angle. I like the building of the ladder match. I'm excited for that ladder match. Curious to see what else they will do between now and Royal Rumble because we have just over a month to get us, to fill out and flesh out the storyline more. One interesting thing I said to my husband was, like a couple of months ago, I was like, I think Kevin's almost done in the WWE. I think he's going to sign with AEW. His contract's up, da da da. And like, lo and behold, they had this huge story arc happening for him. And we have more to do with it too. Like, Randy Orton still needs to come. Like, there's so many other pieces that they can play into this whole thing that, who knew? Like, we all thought Kevin was going to be done, and he's not done. Or I did, personally. Matches, be honest with you, Shinsuke Nakamura, love the new entrance, love the new music. We'll say that about him. Match was good. I'm just kind of over Andrade. Like, I don't, yeah, and my cat is too. Like, let's stop trying to make Andrade happen. Like the LA Knight run in, like the promo after, liked his backstage promo even later in the night when he was like leaving. We found out he's going to get a match, which is awesome. But yeah, I was kind of like, I hope they reinvigorate LA Knight because I feel like they took some wind out of his sails with losing the title when he did. With that, we had that really nice backstage promo stuff with the tag teams. I'm liking how they're using all these tag teams right now. They're doing a really, really good job of giving them all storyline within to work in. And that's been one of my biggest complaints about the tag team division. So I'm happy totally with that. I'm also really happy with Meecham's match personally. I liked her and Piper. I think it did well. I think, we're probably at some point going to have a Piper Niven Chelsea Green breakup. Heartbreaking but smart all at the same time. I'm loving Chelsea's character. I love Meecham. I think she's great. I think they need to use her more. I've been a big fan of hers for a while, so I'm happy they're using her more and curious to see where they will go next with that storyline. And that means like on this episode, there were multiple women storylines, which I kind of am so excited about. Then you had let's talk about Paul Heyman. I mean, we all know Paul is the master of master. If there's anyone that was going to get people to watch Raw who were already going to watch, I mean, I feel like he was preaching to the choir. It was Paul. It was that whole segment with Paul. I have a whole theory what I think will happen on Monday Night Raw with the Bloodline. I will do it in a separate video though because it's a little crazy, but who knows? Like sometimes the craziest things really happen. But love the whole thing, love the pushing the storyline, and like just God love Paul. He is the master of all masters on that mic. I just can't. Like, he needs to teach master classes to managers on how to do this. Tag team match. I kind of love this match. I'm not even going to lie. One, I think I've said this before that when I was not watching the product actively, I really didn't know much about what was going on in any of the different parts of wrestling and the different promotions. Like Motor City is like, I love them. I think they're great. They're amazing workers. And I think like the synchronization they bring to the ring is so amazing. Like top-notch performers. Really good promos too. They're just all around good. I loved I love their entrance. DIY got new music too. I noticed that tonight. But I also did love the run-ins. Like I said, I love how all of them have different reasons why they're doing what they're doing, but they're all mixing it up together. Um, my favorite matches of the past, you all know this, are the TLC matches. First one's amazing. Second one's iconic. And I think it's because all three teams had reasons they didn't like each other for different reasons. And I feel like you got that last night. Like, it made sense why they were all fighting and why the run-ins happened and why it turned into what it turned into. So I like didn't really get mad about the no contest because I think it moved the storyline forward. Gotta talk about Tiffany Stratton. It was amazing. I was so excited about it. I was so happy. It was such a cool match. I love Naomi did a great job with Nia Jax. I like that part of the match. We still don't know what happened to Jade Cargill. And it's interesting because it's kind of like Bianca has moved on. Like what, which to me means that Jade's going to turn up at an unexpected moment and seek revenge. And I'm so curious who she's going to seek revenge on. I loved the Tiffany run-in. I love the fake out. I love them cashing in. They did this whole thing perfectly. And I was excited. I was cheering. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, Lily, talk faster. Get the moonsault in. Like, go, go, go. I don't know. I loved everything about this personally. The match did what it needed to do. It set up for that run-in, which is really the point of the whole thing. And yeah, totally happy with the whole angle and everything about it. Yeah, just super excited all around. Okay, Bloodline. We saw Solo early in the night. I was interested. The one thing I was kind of surprised too about this match was the fact that they're having Solo wrestle on Friday, and we know he's wrestling on Monday, and we know everyone in the Bloodline on both sides are going to be involved on Monday night, no matter what. It did like what it had to do. I mean, like I think what they wanted to set up, this is my opinion, is that Solo could take them on. I think we saw Jacob Fatu's dominant. I think we also saw that, they still have yet, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jacob still hasn't been pinned yet. Right? Now I'm second guessing myself. I need more coffee this morning. That's not on my note sheet because I just thought about it now. I would have looked it up. But yeah, I think they just keep showing how dominant he is. I think they're setting up Monday night really, really well. And if what I think will happen on Monday night, especially with this new added caveat about if Solo wins, Paul has to be his wise man. I feel like my idea of how to move the story forward is the best way to do it without putting Paul in a weird place. But I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. Overall, a great SmackDown. Honestly, it didn't feel like 3 hours outside of the fact that I'm just a grandmother who can't stay up late. Like last 20 minutes I was really hurting because I was just so tired. But the pace of the show, the movement, the pace of the show, the movement of the show, the pulling the storyline forward of the show, all of that was perfection. And I was super happy with it. I feel like it was SmackDown running on all cylinders in an episode that I really did not think was going to run on all cylinders. I thought it was just kind of be like, yay, we're here. Woo, Happy New Year. And no, they surprised me in the best way possible. So what were your thoughts on SmackDown? I will do a separate video of my prediction about what I think is going to happen in the Bloodline match. It's a little out there, but we'll see. Let me know your thoughts, opinions. Thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.